And I'm doing Legos. The first holiday Lego build has begun. I'm going crazy though with the fact that, yeah, you guys know how many times I have reorganized the Legos. And yet here I am digging through all of this. This is where I remind myself how grateful I am that my kids love to play with these treasures and that they are learning and enjoying and having a wonderful time, and that is what matters the most. But anyway, time for the first holiday Lego build this season. And I haven't really 100% planned it out, and I'm forcing myself to stop, take a breath, and do a little bit of a sketch, kind of a plan, so that I know what I'm doing. But essentially what we're doing is an advanced nativity set. These are a thing in Italy, and they vary by like region in Italy, but it's a Presepio de Natal. And I'll put that, here on the screen or something because I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. But it's more than just the classic manger scene. It has so many other fun elements and certain characters that are included, including a fishmonger and just anyway a whole bunch of other like a bread maker. This is going to be mine. My Presepio is going to be, well, it might end up including also the blue board, but definitely this green and this blue, and the blue will be water. I haven't even decided where like the manger scene is going to be yet. So anyway, like I said, forcing myself, taking a step back and planning it out, and then trying to, in a somewhat orderly fashion, gather those pieces that I need. If I had my dream come true, I would have one of those huge, fabulous Lego rooms. Some of you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you can just Google it. But there are people who have like whole rooms or basements dedicated to their Lego collection, and like the walls are lined in these magnificent cubbies and drawers, and it's so wonderful. It's just so wonderful. Or even like on the Lego movie, down in the basement where Will Ferrell is the dad and where really the whole Lego movie is happening, that whole room, it's got like the display tables, the building tables, the walls lined with all the drawers and the boxes, and it just, dreams. Dreams. Shocker. I got completely sidetracked from the build and have spent the last 3 hours sorting and organizing Legos. But it does feel good. It does when they're sorted and organized and you can find the pieces you need. The problem is it takes all the building energy right out of you. So what I've decided right now is that I need another coffee. 2 reasons. One, just practicality. To be able to get back to the build and have some get up and go to work on that. And then, of course, the kids are going to be home in the next 45 minutes, and I've got to have energy for them. But also because I earned another coffee with all of that sorting. These are rationalizations. These are conversations that I have with myself regularly and often. Usually, it is about coffee. So I'm back to building. I do have a little more sorting to do, but I was like, Julie, come on, enough. So I'm making kind of a patio thing. Maybe like that. Anyway, Reagan asked if he could play with the build such as it is now. He's turning it into a Minecraft war zone, but he's going to be very gentle with it, huh? And when it is all done, as I do with all my builds, after I've documented it and taken 9 million pictures, then they get to play with them anyway. I don't usually let them play with them mid-build, but look at this boy. Look at that face. Come on, how could I say no to that face? Anyway, I'm going to finish this while watching some more Barnaby, Midsummer Murders, and then a little more sorting. arms and toes sorted odds and ends. I am imagining the different heights that we're going to need for the entire structure, and whatever things I do use for the different levels, they will be covered in crinkled brown paper to kind of be like, you know, mountains, rocks, whatever, as you'll see kind of in this couple of reference photos. I think that will work nicely and lend to the whole thing. Also, the nativity is done. How cool is that? We've got our 3 wise men. He's got the frankincense, he has the myrrh, and he has the gold. I do want some more animals, but I'll have to go to the buy and sell Lego store and see what we can find. So the idea is we'll have the nativity here, then you come up these rocks, which will have some water coming down in the form of Lego, little dots and bricks. And then I'm not sure what's going to go on this level. We'll see. We have the dock over here and the water, so we will need to have the water flowing down also into here and have another layer here. Yes, this is going to be a huge project. I was not kidding. We are utilizing some other builds from before. Why take them apart when they're already fabulous builds? For instance, my Splash Mountain build is going to be mountains, a mountain scene. And then we have the Sleeping Beauty house, and why not have that worked in somehow, somewhere. We're going to have a little shopping district here using other builds. There's Jasmine in there. And then, of course, the facade of the town and the kind of residential area up here, including the water that's going to be running down. I'm going to build a little bit of a bridge facade right there so that it gives the idea that the water is coming from under this area, kind of in a river, down to this level, down to this level. That's the idea. We'll see. We'll kind of see where we end up. In that case, the boats, though, would have to move down to the bottom level. I am most likely going to need a couple more boards, Lego boards, or have to cover our existing boards in flat blue bricks, which is incredibly tedious and time-consuming. That's what I did here with the pink board. It works and it's beautiful, but the thing that you're mostly worrying about is later. When we take this build apart, you have to break your fingernails getting all of these bricks removed because the little Lego brick removers, they don't work. So that's something as far as thinking ahead. This is where we've gotten to. I've only been working on it a few days, so I feel pretty good about our progress. Not only that, we did get all of the other Lego bricks organized, sorted. We've got those there, here under the card table in the living room for now. Reagan's Minecraft bricks are all over there. And then my other assorted ones that I'm working with that I went ahead and got organized while I was doing the initial planning and whatnot. I feel really good about that we took the time, that I took the time to go ahead and do all of that sorting. There is also the possibility, if I get really crazy, of having the Lego table. Many of you will recognize that as a dumpster find. It was either dumpster or roadside find, and have that right out here in front as the final layer or level to our Presepio. We'll see. Let's just see. We're going to end up having to make up a lot of space with, like, you know, cans of garbanzo beans topped with brown crunched up paper, because I know that my fellow Lego lovers know that we're looking at insane amounts of money just with the Legos that I'm using. I mean, this is a small fortune. So to actually build mountains out of individual Lego bricks, we would have nothing for retirement. So anyway, well, except the Legos themselves, I guess. Sometimes in a massive Lego build, even a small Lego build, you have to realize when it's time to redo or to change course. And that's a pain, but it can definitely be worth it. I redid these rock mountains. So glad that I did. They are vastly improved. And now I'm taking apart the muddy mountains, but all with good reason. It will make sense. I've changed the whole plan, scaled it down significantly, tightened it up, had a dose of reality about how many Legos I actually have and how much I'm willing to invest in more Lego bricks in order to do this build. I am commandeering builds from all of our collections. I've got Minecraft going on. I've got Disney Princess. There will be more madness, all in the hopes of making this, well, a fabulous Presepio or Presepio. We'll get there.